Hello everyone. So now let's do this theory. This is a theoretical topic, network security design. So we are going to do this one. Let me show here. So this is a network security design. In this one we are going to have what we need to secure, especially in any organization or anywhere. If we see in organization or in the school or office or any campus, wherever we are using the network, main cause of having the issue or the attacks from the endpoints, because everyone can come and connect the, what we can say, the end device. And endpoint is nothing but our laptop or mobile phone or PC or scanner, printer, server. All this one is known as endpoints. So because of these endpoints we have the issue in our network, because maybe we will install some software which is having some vulnerability. Because of that vulnerability, it is having the attack in the endpoints. From there we have the issue in our network also. To overcome these types of issue, we need to use some precautions. We need to use some types of software to secure our network. So generally what we will do, we will install the antivirus in the endpoints. We will use the some firewalls also to stop the attack from LAN to WAN. But from the endpoint, generally we will use the antivirus. We will install the antivirus. So what we can use in the endpoints, if you see endpoint security, endpoint device such as laptop and the desktop, PC, mobile, smartphone, all are the endpoints. And because of the endpoints we have the issue in our network. So what we need to do, we need to install the antivirus, we need to install the anti-spyware software, and also personal firewall in the Windows 10 or whatever server operating system or whatever operating system we are using. And we have another also ESA, that is email security application or web security application. This one also we need to install in our servers. So from Cisco also we have the EMERS email security application. So in that one they are going to scan the email and they are going to check if we have any issue. They are going to block that one, the email and the attachment, like that. And we have the web security application also. They can scan all the traffic whatever is going from inside to outside and outside to inside. From that way also we can stop the attempts in the attempts, that is attacker attempt in our endpoints. So basically what we need to, how we can secure our endpoints from the antivirus and also personal firewall. By default we have this in our Windows PC and also in our other operating system. So we use that one. We have different application also in that one, like let me show you. We have this one also, advanced malware protection for endpoints. We are not using this, but the organization, depend organization to organization, they are going to use. For the personal PC we will not use, but if you are working in the enterprise network, they have so many tools. They will install in your, what we can say, in your computer or in your laptop. So you cannot install any application. Whenever you are trying to install, it will stop. They are asking to put the password, or they are saying take the approval from the administrator. So we have some third-party application from Cisco also. We have some application. So we will install in all endpoints. So endpoints is trying to install anything, it will stop, and it will have the protection from the malware or any vulnerability attacks, it will stop. So we have so many devices, yeah, so many applications. If we see here, we have let me show you. I highlight somewhere here. This one is okay, we discussed already. Web security, antivirus, maybe here I mentioned this AMP already, we discussed this one only, the advanced malware protection for endpoints. So in the market we have so many. For if we search in Google also for what we can say, for endpoint protection, we have so many solutions. Depend company to company which they want to utilize, which they want to use. So we can protect by installing that one. In simple or short, if we want to say, we can say we will install the software in the endpoint. So endpoint cannot install the endpoint cannot install any application. It will not allow in the endpoint to install any application, because many guys are installing the personal software in the office laptop, so it will block. If we are trying to install the personal software, like if you want to install GNS3 EVNG also, we cannot install if they have the application. We need to disable that application, then only we can install. If you want to disable, we need the password for that one, and we don't have, only the IT guy is having that one. So with that one we can secure our endpoints. And then firewall in the simple words we can say it is a boundary between the trusted and untrusted network. Why we use firewall? To block the unauthorized access. And we have different types of firewall. We can use the zone based firewall. Zone based means we will create the zone, that is inside zone, outside zone, and what we can say, like example, if we take the Palo Alto firewall, or Palo Alto and Checkpoint is a zone based firewall. If we take ASA firewall, it is a not zone based, it is zone based but not purely zone based. If we use the ACL, it will reduce the zone, it will remove the zone also. So firewall, we have different types. We can have hardware, we can have software, we will have cloud based also, we have virtual also. We have different types of firewall. If you see, firewall, why we are using? To stop the attack. Generally in the basic scenario, if we take any basic scenario, we will have one firewall here. Example, if we take, this is a internet, ISP is giving the connection, it is coming to our organization. So our wish, in real scenario, what we will have? We will have one switch here. Okay, we will connect to the ISP to this switch, and from switch here we will have the firewall. We will have firewall, depend on company to company. If I have two ISP connection, so we will use this scenario. We will have the ISP1 and ISP2. This is a switch, and here we will have the firewall. What we will do? We will put this one example I am using. This is in the VLAN 10, and this one we will put in the VLAN 20. This both are ISP. This one we will put in the VLAN 10. This one we will put this port. I am saying this switch port I will put in the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. I will make this as a trunk. I will make this as a trunk, and in the firewall I will create the sub interface. Example, in firewall, if I have F0 by 0, I will make F0 by 0.10 for VLAN 10 and F0 by 0.20 for VLAN 20. When we do IPSLA, we will see that one. So this way we can have the connection from the ISP. After that we will have here maybe router or layer 3 switch and what other devices, access layer, distribution layer, access layer, and all that one. Here we are using the firewall because we are getting connection from the WAN. WAN is nothing but wide area network. From wide area network, attacker is sending the attack, so it will come to firewall and it will check. This is a third generation firewall. Third generation, that is next generation firewall, is nothing but firewall only, but he is going to do deep packet inspection. Deep packet inspection means he is going to check each and everything, and is a stateful firewall. Stateful firewall means we will have one table here. Example, imagine we are sending some traffic. Okay, we are sending some traffic from here and it is going outside. It go outside. We create the rules and policy, everything we will do here. After that we are going to send the traffic. So this traffic is going outside the network, and when this same traffic is coming back, it will allow automatically this firewall, because it is a stateful. Stateful means he is going to remember. He will say this guy go outside, and if this guy come out, means if this guy return back to home, we need to allow, because he is having the stateful table. In that one he is going to put the entry. If I give example, if you are what I can say, in your flat you have security guard, and your security guard know that you are staying in that flat, you are going outside and coming back, so he will not stop you. But if new guy came from outside, he is trying to go to inside the flat apartment, he is going to stop. He will ask you, show me your identity, who are you, why you want to go here, like that. So that one is known as stateful, because if anyone go from inside, that guy is going to allow back again, he can come back again, but the new guy will not come back again. If new guy want to come back again, we need to inform to the security guard that this is a photo of this guy, he is my brother or he is my someone, he is going to come today, tomorrow or any time, please allow this guy, then only he will allow. So same like that way we will create the policy. So when we create the policy saying that allow this guy, then only it will allow. So in real scenario, when we use example, I am using Palo Alto. Imagine I am using the Palo Alto firewall. We are saying PA, and it is having, this is, imagine this is a fast Ethernet 0x0. Here is fast Ethernet 0x0. Here I am using 1. This is connected to ISP. We are calling this WAN, and this one is a LAN here. And what we will do here, we will first, when we configure, we need to first define zone. Okay, so we need to create the zone. So in the firewall we will create, this is a inside zone. We will write here inside zone, and then we will write here outside zone. First we need to create the zone, so I will write inside zone. This is the LAN area, whatever I have, that is the inside, and here whatever is WAN area, that is the outside zone. Then we need to look the interface. So we will look the interface and we will assign the IP address to this interface. Here fast Ethernet 0x0, here fast Ethernet 0x1. ISP will give you the IP address, so we can assign here if we are connecting directly ISP cable to the firewall. And then what we will do here, we will assign the IP address, and we already created the zone, so we can apply the policy. We need to apply the policy. We need to say firewall, if anyone is coming from inside zone and they want to go to outside zone, allow them. Okay, you can define particular IP or range of IP, or you can say if anyone is coming from inside and want to go outside, allow them. So we will, first thing we will create zone, second thing we will apply the IP address to the interface. Okay, apply the IP address to the interface, so we will make this interface is up. Third one, we will create policy, and fourth one we will do NAT. Why we need to do NAT? Because we are going from inside, that is private IP, to public IP, so we will create the NAT. After doing this configuration, our LAN network is allowed to go to WAN. When it go out, firewall is having the stateful table. In the table they will put the entry, this guy go out, so whenever that same guy is coming, he will allow that one. So this is a basic setup of the firewall. So now let's look the main thing. So what we are saying, stateful firewall. Stateful means he is going to maintain the table, connection table we are saying. In that one he will have the record, whoever is going out and whoever is coming back. Like same guy who go out, it will allow by default to come in. If new guy is coming, if it is not matched, they will drop. If we want to allow, we need to create the another policy saying that if this guy coming, we need to allow. So what we are saying, this is a stateful. Stateful means they will have the table. Example, here we have the ASA firewall. If anything is going from here to outside, they will create the table, connection cable table, and they will put all the entry. So when the return traffic is coming back, they will allow by default. So what we can say, the ingressive means inside, aggressive means going outside. So this is a, whenever traffic is going, they will check if this packet or if this IP present in the existing connection table. If it is yes, they will directly allow to go inside. If it is not available, they will do the inspection. They will check by ACL, by NAT, all policy they will check. If it is allowed, they will allow him. If it is not allowed in the ACL or the policy, it will drop the traffic. So what I am saying, whenever what we can say, whenever traffic is going, they will check in the connection table. If it is present, entry is present in the connection table, they will not do inspection. They will forward the, what we can say, they will forward the traffic and they will allow that one. If it is not present, then they will do the normal procedure. They will check the ACL, they will check the NAT rule, they will inspect, and if it is everything is okay, then it will allow. If it is not okay, then it will drop the traffic. And after that, what we can say, we have the next generation firewall. Next generation firewall means it is having the deep packet inspection. If you see here, first generation means packet filtering, only we can filter the packet. Second generation is having the deep packet inspection, but third generation is having the layer 3. Till layer 3 it will do the inspection. It will use the user ID, content ID, till like application also. Before, here only they will check the source IP, destination IP, port number, but now in third generation, that is next generation, they are checking the completely like application. Example, Facebook can block but Facebook chat will allow. So we can do this with the what we can say, next generation firewall. You can access YouTube but you cannot upload the video on the YouTube. We can do with the next generation firewall, because here we have so many options, so many features, so we can easily allow or deny the traffic. And then we have the fourth generation, that is a cloud based. So in the cloud also we can deploy the firewall. And if you see, this is a small what we can say scenario here. If you let me make this big, here we have the firewall. Maybe you are thinking only one firewall is enough. So depend company to company. Sometime in one company we have more than 2 firewall also. We have sometime 5 firewall. Depend. Example, if you see here, what we have one firewall here, next generation here. It is a WAN boundary security domain. We have some, imagine this is some scenario, some company. Here what we have 2 firewall. But here if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 firewall we have here. So that is depend company to company. Generally we will take 2 firewall in the HA. HA means high availability. High availability means if one firewall go down, automatically second firewall will start. They will sync the data. They are syncing all the configuration, everything. So if any one go down, other will start working. That is known as HA, high availability. So how we can keep in high availability means we need to have the same firewall, that is the same model number, same configuration, same software, same port we need to use to connect, configure as a HA. But we don't have configuration in our syllabus, just high level. So if you see, this is our organization. We have the core layer switch. After that we will keep the firewall, and then we can connect to the public internet. So here also example, if you have any server in the DMZ is a demilitarized zone. What is the meaning of this one? Why we need? Because if you have some server, public server, so you don't want to keep in your organization, you will create separate zone and you will give that name as a DMZ. That is, we will keep all the servers, that is a public server. So if our guys want to access, they can also access. If anyone from the outside also want to access, they can also access. So in some company we will create the different zone, like we will create inside zone. In inside zone also we will have our own server, and we will create DMZ, that is DMZ zone. In that one we will keep the public server. So other guys, if any traffic is coming from outside, they will do here only. They will not come and they will not disturb our, what we can say, internal server. So for that purpose we will create separate zone and we will keep there. Okay, so this is some scenario about that one. After that we have the TrustSec. This is a next generation access control solution. What we can say, this is access control enforcement solution deployed by the Cisco. So in this one, what we can do here, if you see, this is a feature. In that one we can create a group and we can apply the policy. In the Cisco ISE we can find this one. In the Cisco ISE we can find this one. If you see Cisco ISE, so what we will do, we will create one group. If you see TrustSec use SGT. SGT is nothing but security group tag. So we will create this one, and whatever traffic is coming inside and going outside, we will apply the policy. So this will apply to whole traffic, whoever is inside that one. So we can create that group and we can add the all. Example, in the Cisco AS we have BYOD, bring your own device. We have contractor developer, means what we can do, we can allow the access to the internet in our organization. Like contractor are coming and sitting in our office, they are using our resources, so they can use, we will have some restriction, they cannot access our internal server. And BYOD means bring your own device. Bring your own device means you can take your tablet, your iPad, iPhone, or your desktop, laptop, your personal device, not the organization device. If you want to work in your personal device also in the organization, you can bring, you will have that separate VLAN, and they will have some different policy. So generally what we will do in the TrustSec, we will create one group, security group, and we will add this outside guys, consultant, and bring your own devices, contractor, developers, and separate employee, guest, whoever we want to put in that group we will put, and we will apply the policy. So this will be easy for us to apply the policy. Instead of applying one by one, we can apply to the group. And then we have the MACsec. So this is a MACsec is nothing but media access control security. So we will enable the security depending upon the MAC address. In this one we will use, and we will enable the security depending upon the MAC address. So in this scenario, what we will do, we will use the MACsec is use IEEE 802.1ae standard base. This is a layer 2 hope to hope encryption method. So in this one, when we are sending the traffic, but in the old switch we cannot find this one, this option. In the new switch we can find the option. So in simple, what we will do, we will enable the encryption. Whenever we are sending the data from one point to another point, between the switch to switch, this data is going to encrypt. So if you see this picture, you will have the idea. So I am sending some packets from here to here. So if you see from this machine, it is going, so it will be encrypted. So if anyone try to attack, he cannot understand because it is encrypted. Again here it will be decrypted, and here our switch will study the packet, where we need to send, what we need to send. After that again it is encrypted. Again it will go, it will encrypted, inside it will decrypted, again it will encrypted. Like this it will travel the data. But this feature is not available in all the switches. In the latest version we have this one. In the old switches we don't have. That is known as what we can say MACsec, that is media access control security. And after that we have one more, that is implementation of 802.1x. Implementation of 802.1x. In this one what we can do, we can use the port based authentication. So in this one we will do the port based authentication. Whenever you connect, example, this is your RJ45. Imagine what I am showing here. This is a RJ45, your LAN connector. You are connecting this LAN connector, the RJ45, to your laptop. Okay. When you connect it to a laptop, we have some protocol. They will not allow DHCP also. You will not get the IP from the DHCP. You will not allow the TFTP. This all protocol not allow. Only EAPOL. EAPOL protocol is allowed. What is the use of this protocol? This protocol is going to send your login detail to the, what we can say, Cisco ISE. Cisco ISE generally we are using. So after that they will verify if it is okay, then they will allow you to send the DHCP. After that we will get the DHCP IP. So that one we are calling as a port based security, that is 802.1x. It is a standard by IEEE 802.1 group working organization, group organization, commonly referred as a .1 port based authorization. What we can say, this is a layer 2 port based authorization. In this one, port based network access control by using authentication. So here, depending upon the port, they will check the whatever access allow. Example, whenever we connect our laptop, maybe with the wireless or with the wires connection, whenever we will connect, they will not allow all the protocol. They will only allow the EAP, that is encapsulation over LAN. Encapsulation over LAN, only one protocol. They will allow this one, extensible authentication protocol. This one they will allow, only one protocol they will allow. With this one we will give our username and password. They will cross check. If it is match, then only they will approve. If it is not match, we will not have the access to any other thing. So if we see this picture, they will allow only this EAPOL, and if it is verified and everything is okay, we have the access, then they will allow all others. Then we can get that DHCP IP, and what we can say, then we can access our resources. And then we have 802.x component. So in that component, what we have, the supplicant. Supplicant is nothing but client or host. And then we have authenticator server, that is a Cisco ISE, and we can say authenticator authenticator, that is switch or access point. So in simple, we will have these types of scenario in our organization. We will have the authentication server. In real scenario, we will have the Cisco ISE. In all organization, we will have this one. Big organization, if it's small organization, maybe they will not use this, depend company to company. So what we can say, we have one thing as authentication server, that is a Cisco ISE, and we have the authenticator. Authenticator means maybe it is a switch or maybe it is a access point. If you are connecting with the wireless, means this is a authenticator, is a access point. It will take the information from you and then it will give to the WLC controller. WLC controller going to give to the Cisco ISE. Cisco ISE is going to reply, yes, this guy is authorized or authenticated, then this guy can access our network resources. If it is not authenticated, then it will not access. Same thing here, the other machine is connected with the switch. So the machine, the host is called as supplicant, that is host, and the in between, the guy which is present in between, that is a switch or access point, that is known as authenticator. And then we have the authentication server. So we will get authentication from the server. Excuse me. So what we are saying here, first we are saying 802.1x component. In this one, what we will have, we have supplicant, that is a client or host, and then we have the authenticator, we have the authentication server. So authenticator, authentication server is nothing but Cisco ISE. We can use the Radius or TECAC protocol to do the AAA concept. If you remember, in our CCNA we learned AAA, authentication, authorization, accounting. Anyhow, we have in our syllabus, we are going to do that one also. So that Cisco ISE is nothing but authentication server. So he is going to authenticate with the help of Radius or TECAC protocol. And after that, we have the authenticator, that is a switch or access point, and then supplicant. So they will flow in this direction. Whatever the device connected, they will allow or deny, depending upon the whatever configuration we done in our Cisco ISE. In Cisco ISE, we can create the local user also, or we can use integrate with the Active Directory. If we have Active Directory, we can integrate with the Cisco ISE. So Cisco ISE is going to check through the Active Directory. Then we have one more option, web authentication. So with the web authentication also, we can access our resources. Example, when you connected your laptop, they can ask you put the username and password. When you connected and when you try to open access anything, you will get one web authentication. So in that one, you need to put your username and password, then it will go to Cisco ISE. Same thing, same procedure, but here we are having the port base. Here we are having the port base, but here we are having the web base. So through HTTPS or HTTP, with that one we are going to authenticate. Authenticate means we are saying I am from here only, I have the username and password. So they will check in the Cisco ISE. If everything is okay, they will allow you to access. If it is not okay, they will not allow you to access. So what you will do, you will put the username and password. It will go to Cisco ISE. Cisco ISE, this is a Cisco ISE only. PSN is nothing but persona, one service of the Cisco ISE. So whenever you will connect it, they will ask you the username, password. You will do, it will go to Cisco ISE. If you have Active Directory in your organization, it will integrate it to Cisco ISE. So all the Cisco ISE is going to verify with the Active Directory and they will approve. If it is approved, you can access. If it is not approved, you cannot access. So this is a web-based authentication. Example, if you go airport, you will have this option when you use the airport. What we can say, when you use the airport Wi-Fi, airport free Wi-Fi or something like that. So we will have the web-based authentication. In also some hotels also, 2 hours internet will be free. You need to put your mobile number and all that one. After that, you will get 2 or 4 hours internet free. So they are doing with the web-based authentication. But in our enterprise network, we will have the Active Directory. So from the Active Directory, they are going to authenticate. Okay, so this is what we can say, web-based authentication. And then we have MAB. MAB is nothing but Media Access Control Authentication Bypass. So with the MAB also we can authenticate. Like what we will do in real scenario, if you see printer, scanner, we don't have the username and password. If you remember, in the printer we don't have the username and password. So how we can authenticate the printer, how we can authenticate the what we can say IP phone, or how we can authenticate the scanner in the organization. So we can authenticate with the MAB, that is MAC address. Through MAC address we can authenticate. So in the Cisco ISE we can create this device, and we can put this MAC address is allow, whatever access is allowed. So when this printer boot up and connected with the network, and whenever it is connected with the network, it will go with the what we can say authenticator, then it will go to authentication server, and it will check if it is authenticated, it will connect it to the network. If it is not authenticated, then it will not connect to the network. So in simple, what we are saying, whenever we what we can say printer or scanner or different devices, we have so many devices which is not having the username password. Like laptop is having username password, iPhone, tablet, they are having web based or port based. But here problem, some devices we cannot have the username and password. So for that purpose we are using MAC address. So if you see in the switch port, when you connect the printer, they will allow only first packet, that is going to authenticate the MAC address. If MAC address is allowed, then you will get the IP from the DHCP. Before that, DHCP packet also you cannot get. So before they will block all the services, first they will allow only one, that is MAC. MAC is authenticated. If everything is okay, then they will allow. If it is not okay, they will reject. So everything is doing with the Cisco ISE. So this one we are calling as a implementation of MAB. So same thing here, what they will do, they will use the MAC address to authenticate the device, because in real scenario we will have some devices where we need to use the MAC address to authenticate, especially printer and the scanner. Same procedure, they will, first of all we need to put in the database. If we are using in Active Directory, we need to put in there. If we are using the radius, that Cisco ISE, we need to put this all device MAC address and allow the group and put the policy, what policy you want to put in that group. After that they can authenticate and they can access our network. So this is a network security design. Okay.